All of his co-workers.
What could it mean?
What do you mean? Hey. Yo, I need to wait. Who's in the chat right now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
No, Joey, noise in the chat, noise in the chat. Noise in the chat. That's crazy.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be...
Stanley clutched the
It says Stanley.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
He's getting on Fortnite, but I'm not even playing Fortnite.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Nah, let's not. No.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
like
no
Stanley?
reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
That's actually crazy. I'm not going to get killed by a cutting compressor.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly...
He built like a bagel?
the most logical explanation.
Also, it says you're a mod, Noi. I hope you know that. Or something like that. Like a dev or something. This is crazy. He should be able to if this mic is some garbage on a PS4. This mic sucks on the PS4 though.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Shut up. That's crazy.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Let's see what happens.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
We're gonna go dive the bucket. We're gonna commit
The door
suicide
behind
to
them was
bucket.
not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on
I
track.
had to play it.
At this point, Stanley and the
So
bucket
Stanley-
were knowingly
no,
walking
Stanley
forward
is holding
into a
the
very
bucket.
painful death for
As
each
you can
of them.
tell, it says property of Stanley, and we are Stanley, so we're not the bucket here. And this is gonna kill us, but we're gonna go down here anyway.
Stanley in the bucket died.
Stanley in the bucket just casually died. It's fine. Jayden.
Dating stop. Two people are watching.
Yeah, me and Noah. Oh. Yep, we're gonna get squished. We gotta get squished to this one.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
Is the bucket
Farewell,
gonna stop
Stanley.
it? That'd be hilarious.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end,
I can't
as it
also
was
do a live
crushed
stream
violently to
or a
death.
face reveal, because I have a webcam. It's over here.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent
The
bucket.
death of such
It's
a-
true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Yo, what is this, bro? Yo, what? I don't care.
Can you see how arrogant it
Why the
was
hell
for
has he got
Stanley
bucket
to take a
paintings?
bucket
Yo,
like
what?
this and to
25
claim it
buckets.
for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him?
lagging.
Can you see that the
Give me
bucket
new
is far more
Wi-Fi.
noble than Stanley will ever be in
Ew.
his short life?
Inferno bucket. Yo, what? Oh, we got the bucket cave drawings, alright?
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man
this
who should
regarding
kneel
bucket
before the
museum?
bucket.
The hanging bucket. Oh, you can't die from that? I was about to say. Is this a void? That's your dad, the bucket inferno bucket. That's our dad, trust.
Not caveman.
Not a caveman bucket? That goes fire, like, I don't know.
The caveman bucket.
How do we get out of here again? Yeah, I think it's this way. Oh, we got bucket pictures, nice. There's a way out of here, I forget. That's how we came in here. Did I just jump in the void, like... A bucket with two handles. What kind of stuff is this, bruh?
The dirty bucket.
The stress bucket. What's this, Skibbity? Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. Skibbity Sigma. Nice. Life-changing information right now. Skibbity Sigma Alpha, got it. Makes sense. There's gotta be a way out of here, come on now. I ain't staying in this goddamn void. We're just gonna restart because I'm not looking for a way out. I'm lazy.
Ow! Quiet about it.
Bluey.
Quiet about
Oh yeah, that's Nate. Nate watches Bluey. Chat.
Joey, stop being an asshole and actually help your brother when he needs it. You're gonna get one of those to the ear. And he was just about to actually do like.
All of his co-
How do I go back to the goddamn first one? I need to do it for the achievement. Speed running. No, you don't.
You have to go in the elevator down.
No, but like, how do I go back to Stanley Parable 1 without whatever this is? I'm there. You know what? I give up. There's probably a door that says old content, and I need to go for that. Hi, hey, yo.
What did he say? What did he say?
Look at the thing he said.
Louis?
Oh, he deleted it. Oh my god.
What did he say?
No, the other person.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big
Okay, I'll be
building
back, he said.
where
Can I skip this? Okay, speedrun. Alright, there's gonna be a
all of
door
his
that probably
co-workers
says
were
old
gone.
content. I'm gonna go
What
for
could
that.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
today.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Bye,
memo.
Bucket. Isn't it like here or something? Or is it like...
When Stanley came to a set of two
Yep,
open
there's a door
doors,
on his
he
left.
entered the door on his left.
I guess it's the old content. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Ah! Yo, what? Trust the completionist. There will be a reward for finding them all. That was a controller. That's the humans we're looking for. Oh, this is goddamn scaring me. Some are both red and blue. I'm gonna take a picture of this. We might need this information. You never know. We might need this information. I don't know. We might need this information. I'm the alpha. I'm the leader. I'm the one to trust. I don't like how they're getting blood in the wall. That scared the heck out of me. I'm just gonna room closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
That scared me.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Humans are
boss's
very,
office.
His boss's office. His boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Hi, J-Train.
Feeling
want me to say
soothed
hi,
and
J-Train is
rejuvenated,
crazy.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the
Can't
opened
see, I'm blind.
passageway.
Okay. I'm the alpha, I'm the leader, I'm the one to trust. Oh, hi
Bye.
there. J-Train said hi. I'm in my pretty good era.
Joey doesn't care.
Joey does not care, but we'll pretend he does.
Joy, can you stop commenting?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Wait, so grab the bucket.
I don't care what the fuck is. I'm the alpha, I'm the leader.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Bro's singing the thick of it. Outside.
This mind control facility, it was too
Did Bro just say
horrible to
pity?
believe it couldn't be true.
No, what?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Yay,
That his
TikTok-y,
emotions had
TikTok-y
been
man,
manipulated
let's
to
go.
accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it.
I
He
couldn't
couldn't
accept
accept
it,
it.
bro.
His own life in someone else's control? Never.
It's
It
Squid
was
Game.
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh yeah, it is. It's kind of like Squid Games. This game came
But
back
here
in
was the proof,
2013 or something
the heart
like
of
that,
the
though.
operation. Controls
old.
labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery
On
would
or
never
off, Dad?
again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
No one wants to do it on, so...
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the
Well, we're
controls,
cooked.
did you? After they kept you enslaved all these
We're
years,
cooked.
you go and you try to take control of the machine
We
for
are
yourself. Is that
absolutely
what you wanted? Control?
We are good.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let
Roadhook.
it go.
We are
Turn the
absolutely
controls
cooked.
off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
Lucy got
nuclear
scared.
detonators are
Stanley
set to
is
explode,
cooked.
eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun,
Yo,
isn't
we
it,
gotta,
Stanley? It's your time to
no one wants you
shine.
to torture
You
Joey.
are the star. It's your story now. Shape
we're
it to your
cooked. We're
heart's
cooked.
desires.
I don't
Oh,
even
this is
know
much
what we
better than what I
possibly
had
do,
in
but I think
mind.
there is
What a
something
shame we have
to
so
do with it.
little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the
don't
bomb
think you can
goes
do
off.
anything in this.
But
I
what
think you're
precious
just, like,
moments each
waiting
one
till
of
you
them
die.
is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going,
buttons, I don't
what all
think
this
I do anything.
means.
I
I
can do this.
barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
We ain't winning this.
All right, I'm in a
Like-
good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Burn to a
I
crisp.
have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Of course you do.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds
goodness,
left.
yes.
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it.
come on.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Oh, of
not?
course you would.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't
Where
grow
is
on
it's
trees.
Gween? It's
Oh
Gween.
dear
isn't
me,
here,
what's the
bro.
matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where
It's
you're
Green Day
going
goes on
or what you're
another
supposed to be
pizza.
doing right
I think
now?
it's cool.
Or did you just assume when you saw that
I'm not lying. He
timer
doesn't
that
come
something
home
in this
till
room was
5.
capable of turning it off?
Thanks
I
to
mean,
my
look at
memory.
you. Running from button
not
to
gonna show
button,
up.
screen
I
to
don't
screen, clicking on every little thing
I'm
in
not
this
clicking
room.
on anything. I
These
don't know what
numbered
he's talking
buttons.
about. He's just
No,
yapping
these
away.
colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Oh, it is
or this
cool.
door.
No one has.
Everything, anything, something here will
Nothing will
save
hear
me.
the thing, Stanley. You're cool.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be
Must
beaten?
is, but I'm like-
Won?
I'm
Solved?
pretty
Do you
100%
have
sure.
any
There's nothing
idea
you
what
can
your
do.
purpose in this place is?
Why are you laughing?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But
Ooh,
here's a
Barnes and
spoiler for
Nobles
you.
is it.
That timer isn't a
There's
catalyst
no
to keep
Barnes
the
and Nobles
action
probably
moving
did.
along.
No, you can get
It's
Dogman.
just
I know,
seconds
yeah, but
ticking
there.
away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene
it
because
was
I want to
lost,
watch
though.
you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
It's tragic,
You
bro.
wanted to control this world, that's fine. but I'm
Those the
going to
Grinch.
destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Happily ever after. We're dead. Juju joined you? Bro got Juju in the party. The end is never the end.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. I wish
What?
there was a skip button.
I wish there was a skip button. Oh, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Let's add a skip button. Proceeds to go goddamn crazy.
Dies.
Hi, Juju. Welcome to the goddamn stream.
That ain't Juju.
He said he joined.
Yeah,
Noi.
how come there's still two people?
Because it's me and Noi. That means...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
How do I go back
Stanley
to the old
decided to
content?
go
I
to
don't
the
wanna be
meeting
here
room.
anymore.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't care.
I thought you liked the bucket.
I don't like the bucket anymore.
Grab the bucket.
He is joining the live stream.
Pick up the bucket.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a
bucket.
committed bucket, a bucket of culture and
Juju's gonna
distinction.
join the live stream, I
Stanley
guess?
clutched the bucket tightly to
I
his
wanna
chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I wanna
but
do
Stanley had
content. I
felt
forget
the
where the room
bucket
is.
calling to him, telling him
blind.
that the employee
wanna
lounge
go in the
was
old
simply the
content door.
place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned
Very
out to be.
insightful. I want this.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I always go straight.
Stanley
I never
took
go
the
this way.
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I wanna go to the left, actually.
And so the two of them
Oh, no,
detoured
this
through
is-
the maintenance section and walked
forgot what's
straight
down
ahead
here.
to the opposite door.
Buddy. Don't laugh at it. Don't laugh at it.
Don't spoil it. Noi's the first like, chat.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna laugh at it, Noi. I'm not gonna tell you that, but you're gonna laugh
No,
at it.
Joey, you're spoiling it. You're acting like you played this game 100 times and you're about to show somebody your favorite scene in the game.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
forgot
I
what's down
knew
here.
you'd find this
Oh,
place
what the
eventually.
hell?
You see, your friends and I are concerned
Yo,
for you, Stanley.
what?
We've come together here
Why is
because we
there a
care
baby
about you
there?
very much. It's this bucket you're carrying
Yo,
around
what?
everywhere.
Take me back up.
The bucket
Is this
isn't
a line?
even
How
from
is
the
the
original
line?
Stanley Parable.
called?
It's
Let's
just
put the line.
sequel content.
What's
We're the ones that matter, Stanley.
It's Nate?
Classic characters from
No!
the first game,
No, I
like the
said this is
Adventure Line and the
Nate.
Broom Closet.
Yo,
Because
the
that's what
Adventure
fans
Line.
want from a sequel. They want more of their
And-
favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've
That
never
ain't me.
seen before.
That's a naked mannequin,
Yes,
bro.
I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story
Oh,
involving the
Nate is
Adventure
crazy.
Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes,
What?
yes,
That
that's
is
what the
actually-
fans want. Let's do it.
I want to go in the broom closet. Wait. At last, no stickers. Let's follow the Adventure Line.
Whee! Look at that wacky line.
This
Who
one's
knows
so
where it'll
weird.
go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yo, it's the music! Yeah!
Now this is what the Stanley Parable
Put the
is all
music back
about.
on.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from
do.
the original dialogue?
Also,
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Why are you addicted to drugs
It's
and
as
hookers?
classic now as it was back then.
What?
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them
That's
more
what he
content
did.
exactly
Hookers
like
about
this.
where it's just a terrible
But if we
describing
want to
people.
do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What? What? Where are we? Oh, is this where the baby game is? I mean, like the baby? Something? The baby game where you try to keep it from the fire? Isn't that where it's down here? 'Cause I did not even realize. I never went down here, but he said I'm addicted to drugs and hookers. It's crazy.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the
What?
bucket.
No!
That's why I'm very
You ain't
proud to
taking my-
introduce
my
a
bucket.
brand
This
new
is my
character.
husband.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Destroyer? Oh,
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I don't think you even can put the bucket in.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out
the
for
bucket.
you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
You can, just might. No, please.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Did we just blow up? Yo, what? We just casually went pop and blew up. What is that?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
Bye.
For the moment in time that you were here, you were
Bro was not
magnificent.
magnificent, thanks.
It hurts my eyes with that thing.
Heat waves in the middle of June. Heat waves been freaking me out.
Heat waves in the morning in my mouth.
It's not funny.
Heat waves running in my mouth. The bucket is full.
Maybe I should go down there out the bucket and see what's down there, because I forget. I never went there. I've always walked past it, bro. I never went in that room or I walked past it. I didn't.
Boys don't laugh when you go in
The baby room. Okay, we're gonna go down there without the bucket
The
this
meeting
time.
room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room,
I'll
and
only
from
bring the
then
bucket
on,
this
he
time.
would
I don't
never
want
be
the bucket
alone
to be
ever
down there
again.
Because, like, you put a bucket destroyer down there. So let's just not.
When Stanley
This way.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
What
room,
is goody,
and
my
Stanley
gang?
knew it
Bro said
perfectly
hi.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What is goody, my gang?
Oh yeah, you say
Wow. Yes,
Yes, this room,
this
I know.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yep.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Then we'll
walked
go down
straight
here.
ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
there's so many endings.
There's way too many endings in this game. I forgot what's down here.
This is the best game because there's so many endings.
Yeah, that's why I always wanted to play this game. It's one of the games I always wanted to play.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to
It's
go,
me, Brantley, from that noise house. Yo, what?
From here, it's, left.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No,
What do you
it's to
mean?
the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Brantley's at noise house is crazy.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Bro's freaking noise. What? Oh, spoilers.
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Abused?
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
He's a strong mate. Who else is in the chat? Is that Juju? Who's in the stream? This says 3 people.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How do you go back to the old content though? I'm pretty sure it's this door. Well, I'm lagging. Dad, get me new. Why?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
Oh, this is
Hold
a
on.
confusion ending, that's
Why
why.
am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Didn't you say we
Okay
can
then,
back?
it's an adventure.
Yeah.
Come, Stanley,
We're just gonna
let's
walk
find
around and,
the
like...
story.
Where's the room that has like the red and blue doors? I forget where that is.
I'll
but I
say
know
it.
it's the collectible
This
or
is the
something.
worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
What, is it bad?
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Well. Got some minis.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Got some minis. How the hell do I get out of here though? How do I go back to the first game? I'm not looking it up. Like. I'm not looking it up right now.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
What?
What is that?
It was timed out.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Why do I go
No,
timed
wait.
out?
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
We're gonna run down
Now this...
building.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
You think it's fun? You want to
Do you remember,
again?
Stanley?
Okay.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
You get timed out
You
for a minute. You
win!
think it's so fun.
Congratulations! I know you
Don't
put
think
in a
it's so
lot of
fun.
hard
You
work,
wanted to get-
and it
you
really
thought it was
paid off.
fun.
So,
You had timed out for a
good
minute
job.
now.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Chokes on it.
It didn't get hot, like, I didn't heat the builder up, like, for, like,
like a million minutes. It was only in the hot water for 3 minutes. Did you get a boba?
No.
Did you try it?
I want to try a boba.
Here.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost,
Come on. You acting like.
The little jelly balls. Hey, can you stop playing with it? They're brown sugar flavoring. They're not bad. Not bad.
Like I said, it's very good.
Did you get one, Val?
Yeah.
Joey, did you get one?
It's squishy.
I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Joey. Well, come on. Are you ready? Like, you're gonna drink the drink too. So, suck it.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music. Go
Smell the boba.
Yeah.
back and look at that fern.
Smell it.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Is that somebody actually playing the game? Is that someone's voice?
It's a narrator. He narrates.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring,
you can go play
mysterious.
Fortnite, and that's
Ooh,
an
this
idea.
all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Romance story. No, you can easily go in a different live
Oh,
stream.
no, not you again.
Something.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any
veto
role in
the
our
line.
awesome new story. No lines or
The
monitor
adventure
rooms.
line.
Just don't acknowledge it. We should
Don't
be
acknowledge
fine.
it, but it's like right there in my face. Okay. We're gonna pretend it doesn't exist.
Ah, a choice.
This is
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if...
That sounded like Baldy. Did. Yeah, it is.
And it's the same time. It's already been a minute and you've been... It's been 10 minutes and you're not done yet? No! You're not done eating your food, Mommy? And it's been 10 minutes. Bruh. Did you make some chicken fries? At least. If it's been 10 minutes, then I'm like starving. The vanilla one's actually tastes better. The one that I picked. You have the original. Yeah. Taste it.
Oh, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Joey, try this.
Is it?
And it doesn't have any milk in it yet.
It's not good.
And I didn't put any sugar or anything in it. So if you think it could be sweeter, go put some sugar in it.
It tastes good.
I know. It tastes as good without the boba.
It doesn't taste like that skin.
I like this one.
It tastes like cold coffee.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Try the thing now. Try thing now. Is it more chewy? Try it.
I got it before. It's more chewy. Lubricating? Yeah.
They take up the taste of your drink. They taste like this milkshake.
One. Boba! Pew, 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 pew. Survived a long time ago, you said you wanted to try boba. And you don't like boba? That's the regular flavor. Hey, you might like the flavored boba. It might just not like brown sugar. Maybe it might like the milky flavor.
What's going here? Oh. That's how you get to it.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
So where are we?
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all...
Dad, I gotta go get the boba out of the hot water. It doesn't have sugar or anything in it, so if you would add sugar to it, it would be sweeter.
all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault. The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Joey, look.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh, here it is.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
The baby.
Is the baby here?
Should be. It starts whining.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
You want to play this for 4 hours? I'm not playing this for 4 hours, so...
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Oh no!
Let's see.
Oh no!
What do we
Here we
have
go. We're gonna play something else, Joey. We're gonna play something else.
Yes. This seems like it'll work.
We're gonna play a different
Let's
game.
give it a shot.
Here we go. Let's see what games he puts up. Imagine. So, yo, we're gonna play some good games, bro. Like, we're gonna play the best game by far. Hold on.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Joey, look. Look at you. Joey, look. No, we're playing a different game within the game, bro. Yo, it's like Hello Neighbor 2.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Oh, it's open world. Juju's watching.
It is. It's an open world game.
Oh,
Good God, quickly block it off.
Jonesy Lake. What? Yo, he just blocked us
Stanley,
in.
what a close call.
He doesn't want us to go
really wandered off
Jonesy Lake.
into that thing. That big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any...
He literally just boxed us in.
Thank heavens we avoided it.
Bro.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of
we're gonna
here.
Find another
Let's
game.
find another game.
I got it.
Preferably something with walls.
Something
with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Oh, I like walls. Yeah.
Okay, I think this will be
Clipped.
just the thing.
We were clipped. Full box, full piece? 200? Oh, here we go. Here. Yo! Joy! Joy, look!
Wonderful.
Joy!
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
We're
Just a
in
nice
Rocket League.
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Wait a minute.
Stanley,
Wait
if
a
you manage to
minute.
get lost in this game,
Hold
I will be
on.
phenomenally impressed.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
We in Rocket League, chat.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports ball.
Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
sports
Oh, what
ball.
fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yo! Joey! 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 Joey, look! Joey! It's a ball from Rocket League! I'm a fail.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
We play on Rocket
Stanley,
League,
I have a
bro.
thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Yo, what? Joey, look. Look at all the... Joey, look at all the balls. Yeah. 4 big eyes.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an
No!
end. This
You
is
took the
my
balls
game,
away.
and what I say goes.
No.
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley.
He took the
Besides,
balls
you need
away.
someone like me to set
Set
boundaries for
boundaries?
you.
I'm
Without
good.
rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes,
No, I like
that's
my
what
balls.
I am.
What about-
I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm
What?
not around
I
to
wanna
set the
play the
rules.
balls. How dare
Somehow,
you.
I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows
No, I
best.
don't.
Take care, Stanley.
Bro. Can I just go, can I go in the hoop? I'm gonna try to go in it.
Hold on. What are you doing?
We don't we. Uh-oh.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Where are we going? Oh no. Joey, where are we? We're in the back rooms, bro. We in the back rooms of this one. If I get a heart attack, I'm actually gonna like freak out. Finna have a heart attack in the back rooms. I don't trust this place. What the hell? Cameras? Where are we going? I can't see.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
I was acting a little
I can wait.
here. You're acting a little bit possessive right now, my guy. The end is never the end. That's crazy how we went in the Rocket League, though. More balls! Proceeds to get rid of them all anyway. There was no point in that whatsoever. Bro had us have fun and proceed to take away the fun. How dare he? Okay. What is this? Oh, a bucket. I don't want the bucket. Why does the office look like that?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Oh.
Left.
Oh, this again. Yeah, I don't know. It scared me at first. I know where the one is. I was watching the tutorial.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
The wife was on the bus, so quick.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Joe, why
What could
is
it
the room
mean?
getting weirder and
Stanley
weirder?
decided to go to the meeting room.
Joey, look.
Perhaps he
Why
had
does it
simply
look like
missed a
this
memo.
now? I don't want the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Here's the door, just go. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
What the hell? Joy, what the hell?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
Figurines?
Those figures.
Figurines?
I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Yo, let's go.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Got the figurines. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Yo, that's crazy. Good times. Yo. The original remake.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley. And here was a second Stanlerine. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Bro jumped to hit him with the mana pistol is crazy.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember? Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the warehouse. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened. This was the 5th mini-Stan, and this one was really something special. It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy. Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes? That was fire, like, by far best video I've ever seen.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the boss's bathroom. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like. And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
I'll never find it.
Okay, yes, the boss's bathroom. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that video.
Dude, it was the craziest video ever.
Still don't remember the pink room,
best video we ever made.
Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room. These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figlarine. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this? Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of reported...
I'm gonna keep restarting the game for an achievement. Why are you screaming?